You're listening to The Breakfast Show with Ben and Liam. They're on your radio, and that's why you can't see them. So stay for a while, they're gonna make you smile. And whatever you do, don't touch that dial. You're feeling fine, waking up to the sunshine with Ben and Liam.
Liam, Orlando Bloom, in an interview, has revealed how his morning rolls out every morning in detail, and it's absolutely ludicrous. You always see, like, The Rock and Mark Wahlberg doing this.
And, they're working out for, like, 6 hours before having sashimi for breakfast and then going into a sauna and some sort of, like, room which makes you breathe better.
I feel like his annoys me more than those as well. Like,
really?
It's just a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Before I tell you his, can you just run me through your morning this morning, Liam?
Right, so alarm goes off at 4.
Yep.
Second alarm goes off at 4:05. Inevitably wake up on that one, walk into the spare room, have my clothes laid out there. I chuck them on, I get into an Uber, and I shower at work, actually. A little weird. It's just so I don't wake everyone up in the house. And then I take the clean jocks out of my backpack, put them on, put the dirty ones back in. I know it's kind of gross.
Really?
Well, that's how I, because,
Have you got dirty undies in your backpack right now?
Right now, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I brush my teeth. And then, like, by about 5 o'clock, I'm ready to go. The whole team's there. We start knocking around a few ideas on air at 6. And then we finish up.
Also, you forgot to mention what you had for breakfast.
Oh, yeah, Hungry Jacks.
Hungry Jacks.
Yeah. Should have mentioned that.
Okay, so his starts by saying, I wake up at 6 a.m, but I like to earn my breakfast.
Yeah, so first of all, the alarm goes off at 6 for Orlando. He takes one leg out of bed, then he puts his second leg out of bed, then his third. We've all seen the photos of him on the paddleboard.
Yeah, if you've seen the paddleboarding, you know. So he wakes up at 6 a.m.
Oh, Orlando's up.
He says, I like to earn my breakfast. So he doesn't have a big breakfast. He likes to earn it.
He goes out for a paddleboard first.
So he said, so I'll just have some green powders that I mix with my brain octane oil.
Brain octane oil? What even is that? Is that like diesel for your scone? What is that? It's like mind petrol. Oh, we got to get on this stuff. Someone chucked the 98 unleaded brain octane fuel in my ear.
He said, I also sprinkle in some collagen powder for my hair and nails.
Of course you do. I wonder what else collagen powder grows.
He said, then I go for a hike while listening to some Nirvana or Stone Temple Pilots.
That's actually pretty cool. I respect that choice.
Then, by 9 a.m, he said after his hike, then after he's earned it, he can have breakfast. Usually porridge, hazelnut milk, cinnamon, vanilla paste, Brazil nuts, goji berries.
What happened to Wheat Bix?
Yeah,
what happened to a couple of crumpets if you're feeling fancy? Or, alternatively just toast?
He also said, I'm 90% vegan, so I don't eat meat. Unless I see a really good steak. Then you're not vegan.
That's so nice of you, Orlando. Good on you, man. Good on you. Yeah, unless I see a cow that's worth slaughtering. Yeah, then I kind of go, maybe I'm not a vegan after all.
We're singing about suburbs all around Adelaide. We're singing about suburbs.
Real groundbreaking stuff. If you would like us to sing about your suburb, you can text us whenever you want. 0400 919 919.
Or you can also give us a buzz like Renee from Parafield. How you doing, Renee?
Good morning, boys. I'm doing good.
Would you like us to sing about Parafield?
I would love for you to sing about Parafield,
just
please.
Like obviously Parafield Gardens, the airport, like Parafield Airport, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that sort of stuff, yeah.
Easy. I mean, there's definitely a few big landmarks.
I must admit, I base most of my knowledge on Parafield of just driving down Main North Road to Gawler.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, all the stuff on the main strip there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, my nana lives there, but that is the main bit. Apart from that, it's just like lots of suburban houses and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, Matthew Sincock's, my friend's mum, lived around that area.
We'll definitely have to include that into the song. Okay, Renee. Well, I'm just brainstorming here, Ben. I'm feeling like a euphoric sort of start. What about this? Come along with me, okay? I'll start it off. And then,
I
you
see
just
where
start
you're going.
vibing, okay?
Yeah, I see where you're going.
This is for Renee from Parafield. Okay, here we go.
Before Mawson Lakes was built,
It was just a field
in a swampland with no streets,
near quick sticks and an airport called Parafield. Parafield. Parafield.
They've got a Ferrari formal wear,
Which is where I hired my suit for my Year 12 formal.
Oh, cool.
Where'd you get yours from, Ben?
I didn't have a formal.
Wow, way to bring the mood down.
Sorry, let's bring it back up.
Okay, even though you didn't finish school, it doesn't mean you can't sing. There's a big fake plane, it'll never fly again.
The biggest Bunnings on earth, get a load of its girth.
The liquor store and roulette's tavern in front of the Salvo store.
Peter Kittle Toyota on the intersection of McIntyre and Kings Road.
It's just hit me, we could have done a different suburb. Like
Or even maybe
Hey, where's the music gone?
Sorry, I cut it out because I had a thought, Liam.
Yeah.
There's a really obvious suburb we should be singing about right now.
What do you mean?
Well, the song we're parodying is called Paradise.
From Coldplay?
Yeah, and there's a suburb in South Australia also called Paradise.
Of course, on the Oban line.
Yeah.
I've been there many times.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, cool.
Let's start singing about... There's a shopping city there. Oh, we got you good. You thought we were going to sing about paradise. We thought of another para suburb, like it's near Tea Tree Gully.
Liam, I think we're done.
Okay. Do you have a headache after that?
Yeah.
I could get you some. No. I think we burnt the toast. That's enough. That's enough. Good fun. Great suburb song.
Get the jump on summer and check out whatif.com for amazing getaways. Aussies just know how to summer. It's in our DNA.
Bring it on. Book your accommodation, flights, car hire and more all on the What If app.
What if? It's Aussie for travel.
Ben, what are your thoughts on heated blankets?
Love them. Nothing better than a cold winter's day or night and just getting into bed with a heated blanket.
Yeah, so that's not a standpoint I have. I'm of the belief that they're death traps. I think my mum told me that when I was growing up, that, people light on fire and that sort of stuff while they're
What do you
sleeping.
mean? No one's lit up on fire from a heated blanket.
Think they have electrical fault, something like that.
What?
I don't like them. And my fiancée Sarah's been, pushing them for quite a while now.
Well, yeah, they're great.
4+ years.
Yeah.
And I said, no, forget about it. Death traps. I'm not going to lie on one.
You sound like a dad that just doesn't want to
Well, here's the thing.
give in.
So last night I've got into bed.
Yeah.
What am I lying on? Like a thick grid of cords.
What?
Like someone had left a rope under the bed.
What
I was
are
like,
you
what is this
talking
uncomfortable? Oh, geez, I think I put my back out and I flip around. What do I see? A plug coming from the bed into the wall. She's snuck on a heated blanket.
You think they're uncomfortable?
They're uncomfortable. They're unnecessary. And the whole bed obviously turned into a furnace because there's a quilt over us.
Yeah.
And instead of just having one leg out of the quilt, I was in my jocks, sweating on top of the quilt, being like, please just turn it off. And then she even agreed it got too hot. And now we're just sleeping on the cords and we haven't turned it off.
Maybe you're going to have to be one of those couples where you sleep in the spare room.
I'm happy to be a spare room guy. I know we're not even married yet, but I honestly, if she's hard on the old, for winter, I'll sleep in the spare room. That's fine. I can snore as loud as I want them there. What did your partner buy behind your back? because I feel a little cheated.
Yep.
To be honest, especially the fact she just tried to sneak it on there like I wouldn't notice that I was sleeping in lava.
Yeah.
13 24 10 is the number. Laura joins us now. What did your partner buy behind your back?
Well, it was actually me that bought something behind his back. We were due to get married, and just a couple of months before our wedding, I went overseas with my dad to go visit our family. And so we were on a tight budget, saving for the wedding, and he's like, you can only spend this much while you're away. I promised him it wouldn't cost much. And I may or may not have kind of just like lived off rations for the trip, dipped into a little bit of our wedding money and bought a new designer handbag.
Oh, but was the handbag for the wedding? Could spin that.
No, but when you go over there, because they're made over there, it's a little bit cheaper, and then you get your tax back, so it would be rude not to.
It would have been silly not to buy it.
You mentioned like a little bit cheaper, and you can get the tax back and stuff. Do you mind us asking, Laura, like how much you dipped? Like, how much was this handbag, this grandiose item?
It was $1,800.
Oh.
Yeah, my first car was $1,400.
I remember buying in school, like I remember my mum having to buy my backpacks, and she used to always like angry. It's like $60 for a backpack.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
1,800. You using it every day?
I do. I use it all the time, and it's not something that I do regularly. So I was like, I'm getting married. I'm going to treat myself.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he was stoked as well.
I bet he would love that.
He's like, awesome. This is going to be a fun marriage.
Thank you, Laura. Tiana joins us now. What did your partner buy behind your back, Tiana?
It's actually my ex-partner that bought himself a drift car on finance while he already had $30,000 owing.
Oh, my God.
Live hard and fast.
Drift around your enemies.
Yeah, I bet you on movie night he'd be going, let's watch Fast and Furious 5 again, wasn't he?
I think I've seen that movie more times than I've actually lived.
Yeah.
Living life 1,000 miles an hour. Vin Diesel.
Thank you very much, Tiana.
If you didn't know, we've got a studio audience now. Oh, no, but it's something we're experimenting with. We think it's working well.
We are doing this.
Cool or not cool? Cool, not cool.
Producer Bell comes in, gives us 3 things. We have 3 seconds to decide whether those things are cool or not cool.
3, 2, 1.
What's the first one, Belle?
Cool or not cool, still wearing a mask after the mandate's been dropped.
3, 2, 1.
Not cool.
Not cool.
I mean, you do you, but like,
Yeah, if you want to wear one, you wear one.
I'm loving the free living. I'm coughing everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
No, I'm obviously not doing that. But what really annoyed me is my phone updated finally, iOS 15.4. Don't know if anyone has done that. If you've got an iPhone in the last 48 hours. And the new update means now you can get into your Face ID with a mask on. Thanks, Apple. Sweet. Just
Great timing.
Right on time. They just get rid of the mandate, and then a day later we can, the whole time I had to pull it down.
All right, next one. Cool or not cool, Coachella.
3, 2, 1.
Not cool. Yeah, I don't really like Coachella. I'm sure it'd be great if you were there, but everyone posts about it to show that they're there. Get over it.
Feels more like a festival to be seen at the festival.
100%, rather than see the acts at the festival.
Like a Glastonbury where it's just, there's mud up to your ears. Everyone stinks. It's gloomy. It's British. More for the music, man. Yeah.
I think you guys are just jealous that you haven't been.
Well, so you think it's cool?
Yeah.
Poser. Oh, we got a poser.
All about the Instagram. I've heard rumours that Producer Bill doesn't even like radio. She's a producer here so she can get selfies.
She's in it for the clout.
When have I ever taken a selfie here?
Clout
Never.
All the time. I never see it, but I reckon you're doing it all the time.
Okay. Finally, cool or not
Another
cool.
day in the radio.
Okay. And
With the boys, Ben and Liam.
cool or not cool, keeping track of your steps.
3, 2, 1.
Cool.
Not cool.
Oh, cool. I like looking at it. If I play a game of golf and I look at it, I'm doing 14,000 steps.
No,
Great.
never done it. No, well, I suppose I don't really. Can you do it on your phone?
Yeah, you do it on your phone, yeah.
Oh, I thought you needed something in your shoes or on your.
What do you mean?
Didn't Nike bring out things that you put in your shoes?
About 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But,
So you can just do it on your phone?
Yes.
100%. It just tracks you with GPS. It knows how far
And
you've
it
been,
goes,
and then
I think
it works
goes
out.
by bounce.
Yeah, it knows. It's a pedometer in your phone.
So my phone could do that
Yes, your phone does do it.
with the iOS 15.4 update.
If you open up the health app in your iPhone, which all iPhones have, it will tell you your
Okay.
steps, unless you've specifically disabled it.
Maybe I will have to try that. Do you know what I saw? That you think that's outdated? You know what I saw someone wearing the other day?
What?
Power balance band.
The ones that help you balance?
Yeah.
Like, give it up, bro.
Yeah.
We know that doesn't work now. Remember, like 2008, everyone had these little magnets and it helps me balance. Like, no, it doesn't.
You know what? I reckon you were the kind of person who would wear that.
I did have one.
Yeah.
Remember yesterday there was that caller, Ben, who said that her husband missed the birth of their child because...
He was getting a haircut?
Yeah, that's right. Well, I was speaking to Sarah, my partner, and I'm pretty sure her dad might have missed a bit. He went home.
Really?
He went home to get the camera. He forgot he forgot the camera, and her mum was going into labour, and he's like, do you mind if I just duck home and get the JVC camcorder, which we all know he loves so much? And I think he might have missed it. How bad is that?
His heart was in the right place.
Oh, I know, of course. It's something that you want to save forever, and I think a lot of people, have the footage and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's
You
a
know what?
moment you can relive.
This isn't necessarily exactly what we're talking about here, Liam, but I know brother-in-law Greg, he passed out during the birth of their child. So he missed it. He technically missed it.
Yeah. Well, how do we do this morning? Did they miss the birth? 13 24 10 is where you can call. Georgia, did someone miss your birth?
Hey, Ben and Liam. My mum went into labour on her birthday, and it was also Melbourne Cup Day. So my dad was out in the hospital foyer area watching the Melbourne Cup when I was on.
Right. So are they still together, mum and dad, or?
No, a few years ago they did split up. Not to do with that, though.
Yeah,
but
Yeah.
Probably a little bit to do with that.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Thanks for that, Georgia. That is a great call. On the text line here, Ali said, my husband was at the footy and didn't have his phone. He got there 2 minutes late in the end. The Crows won, though.
Yeah, I think he probably did have his phone on him, but he thought, I'll just watch this last quarter because it's pretty close.
Mitchell, did they miss the birth?
Hi, Ben and Lamb. Yeah, my dad was in Mowbridge at the time, and got a phone call that my mum went into labour.
Yeah.
So proceeded to go up the freeway at an excessive speed. I think it was about 150 kilometres an hour. And he got pulled over by a cop, and it turns out the cop was his sister. So he got a police escort through to the hospital and made it with a couple of minutes to spare.
Wow. Great
Very
story.
good.
Started off very illegal. And then
Yeah. You made us a little nervous at the start there,
but
Mitch.
very strong finish.
How good was that? Yeah, that's a good one.
Jen, did they miss the birth? Who was it?
Yeah, hi, Ben and Liam. My brother came into the hospital at the same time that I was in delivering my baby and broke his ankle. And my father, who was my birthing partner, left me to go and see my brother, and I delivered my baby in 8 minutes.
Oh, my God.
Alone.
Jen, look, I know you're complaining a lot about all this baby stuff, but I've had ankle injuries before, and his footy could be over. His footy career.
Without a baby.
No, I'm sorry, Jen. I'm going to have to go check on him, okay? All right? I'm sure you'll be fine by yourself. You've got a lot of doctor's attention here, okay?
Our next guest is a professional Hollywood stuntman. He starred in Star Wars, Batman, Harry Potter, James Bond, and many more. Now he's also the stunt double for our very own Chris Hemsworth. Please welcome Bobby Hanton.
Good morning, Bobby. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Very good. Quite the resume. It sounds like a lie you would tell a girl at a bar.
Yeah, exactly. It's, I've tried that in the past and in my younger days, and it doesn't work. No one believes it, mate. So,
You're probably better off
I'm a bricklayer, much easier.
Liam and I were just absolutely blown away when we were going through your IMDb. There's so many movies we could talk to you about. There's so many questions we do have for you. But just first of all, you were Batman. You were in the actual suit. That's so cool.
Yeah, I did Chris Nolan's last Batman, The Dark Knight Rises, and one of the most amazing experiences of my life. The locations were incredible. We shot in Pittsburgh, New York, LA, and London. So yeah, it was a great experience. And to be Batman is like a childhood dream come true. So
for everyone, I mean, were you the stuntman who got dropped onto Bane's knee? If anyone's seen The Dark Knight Rises, when Tom Hardy kind of kills Christian Bale there, were you that guy?
That's me, mate. Yeah,
that's you.
You got the knee.
Did that actually really hurt your back? Because it looks brutal.
Yeah, It's funny enough because I actually had a fairly bad back in real life as it was. It worked pretty much quite hand in hand. It was, it was good. It was nice to be part of something so iconic.
Like knocked a disc back into place. You're like, oh, man, you should be a chiropractor.
or just knocked it further out.
So how did you get into being a stunt double in the first place? Like just broad strokes. How did you get into doing this line of work?
Well, my background's gymnastics. I started gymnastics when I was 4 and I retired competing for Great Britain when I was 16. So I'd kind of had a whole life. I call it almost like a physical degree my whole life. So I didn't want to waste that. I got into live shows, acrobatic shows, commercials, high diving, stunt shows, and then built up that way and then got into my first ever stunt for film was stunt doubling for Daniel Craig, James Bond in Quantum of Solace 13 years ago. So.
That's a big one to get to start with.
Yeah, a big one to start with, yeah.
It's funny as well because it's obviously quite the privilege just to be like, yeah, you're the guy who looks enough like Chris Hemsworth to do the stuff that Chris Hemsworth can't do. Like that means you are the alpha of all the alphas. Do you have the same sort of training regime as him? Do you have to do the same sort of workouts before a movie?
Do you know what? He's naturally, he's 6'4", I'm 6'1". So I'm much smaller in frame as it is, so I have to wear 2-inch lifts or 2.5-inch lifts in my boots to get anywhere near his size. Right. It's like trying to do stunts in high heels, so I very much feel for the ladies. But you know what? I've never seen him right now. I'm sure you guys have seen his Instagram. He is the biggest he's ever been. And I spoke to him the other day, and I was like, dude, what are you trying to do to me? Trying to kill me? Because I'm training 3 times a day at the moment, eating 9-10 meals a day to try and get anywhere near his size. And he's just coasting because he's just an absolute machine.
Bobby Hanton joining you this morning on Nova. He is Chris Hemsworth's stunt doubles, and he's done a lot of great films in the past. You've been the stunt double for Thor, Bond, and Batman. Do you know other stunt doubles? Do you know Bruce Willis's guy?
I don't. I know of Bruce's stunt guy. I've actually never met him. But yes, a lot of my good friends are also stunt doubles. So a good friend of mine, Greg Townley, is Spider-Man, Tom Holland's stunt double.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, I know a lot of the guys, and what was lucky for me, before I met Chris, I had already doubled for Batman, Bond, Green Lantern, and a few of Prince of Persia and a few other actors before Chris. But once I got with Chris and he wanted me to go, in his contract and go on to every show with him, and he's so busy. He's the biggest movie star in the world right now, so we're flat out busy with him, which is great.
So I was going to say, I was like, who is the Michael Jordan of the stuntman world? But now I think about it, it's probably you.
I reckon we can do it.
No, you don't have to say that. But I mean, you're in all the biggest, you're in all of my favourites. So I'd be wanting to hire you, I reckon.
Do you reckon because you're Chris Hemsworth's stunt double, Bobby, you could beat him in an arm wrestle?
Oh, with my eyes closed, so easy. Yeah, he just looks good, mate. He's really weak, actually, in real life.
Hey, Bobby, what's the I mean, I know this is a broad stroke question again, but craziest stunt you've had to do. What's the one that gave you the most fear, where you went, oh God, have I got to do that?
Do you know what? I've actually just done a cool stunt when I got out of lockdown a few weekends ago for Pepsi Max. Actually, it was a Pepsi Max taste challenge that we thought we would go for as a blind test. And we came up with an idea of me trying a really cool skill. And it was more like, what can we do to make it even harder? So I'm jumping up onto a car, grabbing the drinks, do a back somersault off the car. Why don't we do it blindfolded? I was like, yeah, sure, let's try it blindfolded. It's not hard enough as it already is. Let's try it blindfolded. But again, it works well with the blind challenge. So that was a pretty cool stunt, which you'll see very soon.
Bobby, thank you so much for the chat this morning. It was incredible.
Thanks for having me, guys. It's always good to talk to you, and hopefully catch you again soon. Thank you.
Liam, have you got a memory chest?
Oh yeah, your mum might make it up, and it's got the lock of your first haircut or something like that, and your it's keepsakes from your life.
Yeah, you go through life and you have moments and things happen.
Might be a sock from when you're a baby or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think as you're younger, you always know you've got it, but you never really think much about it. We have, it was my older sister Bianca, my older brother James, and then me. We all had big chests, or they were kind of oversized briefcases. So this is why I bring it up, because my mum very recently brought up to me the memory chest, and she said, "When are you going to take it?" I said, "Well, what do you mean?" And she said, "Well, it's just sitting there."
It's for her, right? It's your parents' keepsakes of you.
I guess, but then when they sadly one day pass away, I will inherit that.
Yeah, it's a few years away though.
But I think Mum's getting it on the front foot.
just trying to clear out a little bit.
Said to me, "When are you going to take it?" And I said, "Well, I had no plans on taking it, Mum."
Yeah.
So now there's this memory chest where Mum doesn't want it and I don't want it. I don't want it in my house. So it's just kind of sitting there.
I have it.
Hey?
I'll have the Ben memory chest. I'll take that off your hands.
What do you want it for?
I don't know. We're very close. It'd be nice to have some sort of, some mementos of my own.
Right, so you'll be
your formative years.
You'll be the new keeper of the Ben memory box.
Yeah, I could have a jar of your baby teeth, or I don't know.
Right.
That'd be pretty sweet.
Would you? Because obviously, if you're the keeper of it, you have to continue to add memories.
Oh yeah. So perhaps if you was just sort of like, you got your headphones on at work, and then you just feel something, you think you hear a snip, and that's just me. Oh yeah. That's your hair. That's your mid-20s hair.
Yeah.
And I just scribble that away in my little bag.
Knowing you seem like you should be the keeper of my memory box.
I would probably, I think I would be keeping up with the memories.
Yeah. All right, well, look, I'll get it off Mum's hands.
Seriously?
And you can be the new custodian.
Oh, sweet. Well, maybe, could you get it today? I mean, it'd be, what we could do tomorrow is you could present me the box.
And you go through it.
I could go through your special
like
memories.
a stock take.
Yeah.
Liam, my mum wanted to get rid of my memory chest. Now, not throw it in the bin.
That's right.
But she wanted me to take it home. Now, I didn't want my memory chest. You know how everyone's got this little box at their home. It's filled with all the stuff from when you're born up until when you're about 18.
Yeah, baby hair, maybe some baby teeth. Little weird, but that is the case sometimes.
So, Mum wanted to give it to me. I didn't want it. But then you, out of nowhere, said, I'll have it.
Oh, I'd love to have the chest. Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, obviously, we're very special friends.
Yep.
And, I was thinking also I could keep the box rolling.
Yep.
So, potentially I'll go to your house and I'll scoop up the nail clippings and that sort of stuff.
Drove all the way out to Mum and Dad's house yesterday. I have brought in my memory chest. Congratulations, you are now the new custodian of my memory box. It's like a briefcase.
Yeah, from 120 years ago.
Yeah, Mum likes antiques. That's an antique.
That is an antique. It's quite heavy. I don't know how much you get on Antiques Roadshow because you have ruined it with some Pokemon stickers on the front.
Yeah.
Here we go. Just going to open up the chest now. Oh, wow. Okay.
So these are the photos from my first trip to the Gold Coast.
Probably no need to keep these.
Why would you not keep that?
That is you with a friend at Wet n Wild.
Yep.
Oh, the Superman Escape. What a great ride. Oh, geez. You were certainly splashing out in the photos that year. Your mid-semester report from 2009.
Wow.
Ben, it's really important to be organised with your homework and doing it in order to make good progress at school. Please try harder. Okay. Well, Mrs. Wiseman, pretty scathing words there from her.
Miss Wiseman was the one where if you were naughty in class, she'd make you run laps around the oval.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Gee whiz. Now we're talking a Year 7 jumper, I believe.
Oh, wow. Many messages on there. What have they written?
Yeah, okay. You're a legend. Good luck, Elaine. You kept in touch with her?
Don't know who that is.
Bits out if she's listening right now. Hey, honey, good luck. I'ma miss you. Love heart, Sarah.
I think that was my first crush.
Good, you honey.
Very cool.
Ben's school project on the Bengal tiger.
So I don't know if you did that, but in Year 7 you had to do like a major report or assignment.
Right.
This was mine on the Bengal tiger.
Some people go for different headlines. They go Times New Roman. You've gone for blood.
What's a tiger?
I went to the zoo the other day and saw 2 male tigers, and I was fascinated by the Bengal tiger. I'm worried about the species. Did you know?
So it wasn't.
Did you know that the Bengal tiger is being hunted and killed? Have you heard this? This report's just come through. We've got to do something about this now. We're going to save the Bengal tiger. Well, look, I could be going through this for days because there really is so much stuff in it. But thank you so much. I'll guard it with my life. I'll treasure this forever. And I mean, I think we all learned a bit about Ben today. I didn't really know how much work he did in the endangered species space, especially for Bengal tigers.
Just take good care of it.
Yeah, no worries at all. I will take care of it. I'll put it right next to my special box of memories.
Great.
Yeah.
At your mum's house?
Well, yeah. I mean, I got a smaller.
Your mum's can look after.
I got a smaller place than mum and dad's, and she's like pretty good with guarding memories. I got a lot of my keepsakes at her house. There was a prediction that this show would end this year. Psychic told us that. Obviously, it upset me quite a bit. So I didn't waste any time. I booked in one of the nation's leading relationship counsellors. Her name's Jane. She's a miracle worker.
And Liam, I'm telling you that we don't need couples therapy.
Yeah.
Because we're okay. It was just psychic.
You've got to admit, there was some real breakthroughs. I think when we were speaking with Jane on air earlier in the week, I think we really grew together. She got us to do this thing called like a love language test. So you find out what your love language is. Is it words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, acts of service, physical touch?
Yours was receiving gifts.
No, it wasn't. It was quality time.
Quality time.
And apparently
right.
one of the key things is I need undivided attention, and I don't like it when people don't listen to me.
Yep.
So that's a cross for you today.
So what do I do with these gifts I've bought?
Don't want them.
Okay.
I'm not a material guy.
Okay.
All I need is just a little bit of love, just a little bit of attention.
We spend like 10 to 12 hours together
That's not
every
enough,
day.
Ben. That's not enough.
Okay.
It's not enough for me.
I had some homework that I didn't do, Liam.
Yeah, it really upset me.
I was supposed to find out what my love language was because I didn't know. I didn't do it yesterday, but I did do it this morning before the show started. And my love language is supposedly words of affirmation.
That's it. I could have picked that. When I was looking through the categories, I was like, no, that seems about right.
Yeah.
You just need a good pat on the back every now and then.
Is that what that means? It means that
Pretty
I like
much.
compliments?
Yeah, you like compliments.
It really feeds the ego.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what I've actually done, this is to make our relationship stronger. I have made you a mixtape, Ben. It has different tracks. It's me talking. And this is just something that you can, have on in the background at night before you go to bed. You don't have to listen to it all at once, but maybe you could listen to track 1 now if you wanted to.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Ben, it's me, Liam, your radio husband. I'm talking closer to the microphone so my words cut through. I don't tell you this enough, but you're a good boy. A very good boy. A strong, powerful boy with toned calves. Very special. Very special. You are a dominant, commanding boy, and I live to serve you. You are remarkable. I worship at the altar of your greatness. Punish me if you so choose.
Now, I know that sounded a little less positive affirmation, a little more physical touch, but just so you know, I know it's not your love language, but I am always here for physical touch and or acts of service if that's on the cards. A friend of mine's kid is 6 years old and he wants an oddly specific job. I mean, most of the time kids, when they grow up, they want to be sports stars or astronauts. I wanted to be a fireman and then the goalkeeper for Liverpool. None of those things eventuated. But not this kid. He's 6 and all he wants to do is work at the Bridgeway Hotel in Paraka. He wants to be the chef in the kitchen there. No real reason why. His parents don't know why. Suppose he likes the look of it. I mean, if you've never been, it's a pub over the top of an overpass. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like the main cool thing about it. They've got a pretty big TV there. But
they must go there a lot.
Yeah, maybe mum and dad are having a lot of dinners.
Yeah.
You're probably not wrong there. But that is this kid's life goal, to be the chef at the Bridgeway Hotel. Good on you, kid.
Yeah, but I see, growing up, I never wanted to be like a fireman or a police officer.
You didn't, because I used to see those trucks going past, Ben, and I thought, man, wouldn't it be, mainly for the attention angle, wouldn't it be great if everyone was looking at me going that fast with the flashing lights?
I wanted to race greyhounds.
Right. Yeah, that is pretty specific.
And then because mum and dad did it, so I guess I wanted to do it because they did it. And then as I got older, like around year 9, when it started becoming a bit more like, okay, what am I actually going to do? I want to be a linesman. So, like, you'd work on the power lines.
Oh. Yeah, that is it's like nothing wrong with that.
I think I heard that it paid well, so I was like, I can do
isn't
that.
It that thing that, you hear being a Sparky is like, basically you'll have a mansion in like 4 years. And you're like, maybe I should just drop out and do that. Yeah. Does your kid want an oddly specific job? Amika joins us now. This is your daughter. She wants an oddly specific job.
Yeah, my daughter wants to be a yoga instructor.
Well, I mean, do you do yoga around the house or?
I don't, but my mum is trying to get her to sit still and trying to get her to meditate. So she's decided she wants to do yoga.
And how old's your daughter?
She's 4.
It's very young to decide.
Yeah.
That you want to be a yoga instructor. Sky, this is your son. How old's your son?
He's 9 now.
9. And what does he want to be?
When he was 4, he told me he wanted to specialise in cardiology.
Whoa.
Exactly like that too. Mummy, I'd like to specialise in cardiology at 4 years old.
That's going to blow your mind. And like Sky, be honest here. This is your son. We know you love him, but what do you reckon the odds are? Is he going to specialise in cardiology?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And I know that sounds biased. It does, but when he was 18 months old, he told me he wanted to be a doctor.
Yeah.
By 4, he knew it was cardiology. He's 9 and still adamant.
I mean, I bet you're rooting for him because then he's going to be looking after you when you get old.
Absolutely. I just like the idea of you guys like sitting around playing a family game of Operation or something, and your 3-year-old son's got the steadiest hands. He's being able to pick out all the little bits and bobs. Joe, this is also your son. Do they want an oddly specific job?
Yes, my son wanted to be a bottle shuffler at the recycling plant.
Well, that is a job you can do at around like 12 to 13, really.
What is a bottle shuffler? Like someone who counts the cans?
Yes, he just gave it his own name.
Bottle shuffler. That is so funny. I reckon you'd have to put up with a lot of stick being a bottle shuffler.
Oh, yeah.
Because who doesn't...
I counted them.
Yeah, who doesn't count their cans before taking them? I remember like taking them in with my dad and he'd be like, we're going to get $36.50. And then they try and give you 32 and he'd go, recount. We love unbelievable stories, Ben, and if anyone's got one, 0400 919 919, you can send us a text there. We've had some crackers.
Oh, I love getting these stories. We had someone once call up and they had a story about how they were on their sailing yacht, competition-wise, sailing up to Japan, I believe.
Yeah.
And they got boarded by Somalian pirates.
Yeah, there was another guy who mailed himself to the UK because it was cheaper, and then he ended up in America.
These are the kinds of unbelievable stories that we are getting.
And today's is a ripper.
Ben and Liam's unbelievable stories.
Unbelievable.
Kelly, good morning.
Good morning.
Now, we hear you've got an unbelievable story. Can you lay it on us?
Yeah, well, it's a bit unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I got hit in the head with a javelin and lost my eye.
Oh,
Just back it up,
that's
Kelly.
a whole lot of information, Kelly.
Oh, my God. So can you tell us when and how this happened? And are you okay now?
Yeah, I'm okay. It was like 30 years ago. I was visiting my future school, my future high school, and on sports day, and I got hit in the head with the javelin.
Were you in the wrong spot at the wrong time, or was it a bad throw and where you were should have been okay?
Yeah, where I should have been, it should have been okay. I was with the measurer.
So the actual moment it happened, talk us through that. What did you feel? Can you describe it?
I couldn't for years. For years, I was like, nah, don't know. Obviously blocked out.
Yeah.
And then one time I was like telling the story, can't remember what it felt like. It was like just had this flashback. And it did. It was like a softball, or just like I was near the discus and the shot put. And it was just like that image of something solid hit me in the head.
Obviously, I want to put a little disclaimer on this for anyone who's got a queasy stomach. And if you don't mind me asking, Kelly, when it happened, obviously, did you pass out? Did someone pull it out, or did it not get taken out until you got to the hospital?
That is an unknown story. Maybe someone who knows or was there might call in and say, hey, I was there that day.
Yeah.
But no one's been able to tell me whether it was pulled out, whether it was left in. I can't imagine trying to get into an ambulance with a javelin sticking out of your head.
No.
Yeah, if you don't mind us asking, did it hit your head or did it hit your actual eye? Where did the sort of point of impact?
right in the middle of my forehead, like between the eyes,
Yeah.
and then went through on an angle, obviously, split the eyeball 1 millimetre from the brain.
Oh.
So, like, the javelin went in there good, but, yeah.
So, this could have killed you. Surely
It could have
you were
killed
close
me.
to death.
Yes. Or, like, slight brain damage, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're just saying this like it's a very casual thing,
Well,
like
I
you've
guess-
just tripped
I
and
guess
sprained your ankle.
We've just heard about it, but you've come to terms with it.
I mean,
but-
30 years. It was a long time ago, Kelly.
Many pub stories, like it's been part of my life for 30 years, and I prefer to people to go, oh, wow, that's an amazing story,
It
than,
is.
oh, you've got a lazy eye.
So, yeah, if you don't mind me asking now, with the eye, is it a prosthetic? Or is it a glass eye?
Yeah, it's an amazing glass eye that I get made here in Adelaide. It's the guy is an artist, Peter Knowles. He does an amazing job. So.
Is it in there permanently, or can you take it out?
No, I take it out all the time.
Do you ever do, like, party tricks with it?
I used to. I'm a little bit immature now.
I love that, the idea of you telling this story at a pub and people are going, shut up,
Whatever.
no way. And then you go, oh, yeah? There it is.
Well, yeah,
Got the
usually
proof.
The trick comes first, and then
the story.
Right, yeah.
That is unbelievable, Kelly. You're probably literally the woman we get told about at
Yeah.
school on sports day when they
To
go,
be
be
careful.
very careful.
I am.
So I just found that out recently that from a girl that went to my school a lot later, and my cousins, they're still talking about it. But yes, supposedly they just all thought it was a myth, and then the girl met me and she went and told all her schoolmates. It's not a myth, it's actually real.
Well, Kelly, thank you so much for coming on this morning and sharing your unbelievable story.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Liam, my wife Sam went shopping and what she bought stopped me in my tracks.
What was it?
Genuinely took me by surprise. So I got home from work yesterday and she said, hey, got us a surprise. And she was very excited. You could see how excited she was.
Wow.
And I thought, great, I love surprises.
Surprises are the best.
Yeah.
My mind's running wild. I'm thinking, is it a new pet or something?
Yeah, what did you get?
Yeah.
So she went into the bedroom.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, went into the bedroom to go get it.
Dear me.
And so I'm waiting in the lounge room and then she comes out with the surprise and she walked into the lounge room with a denim jacket. And then I'm thinking, well, you said you got us a surprise.
Yeah, right.
And it's a denim jacket.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, I got us a denim jacket. I said, you keep saying us. What do you mean?
Yeah, right.
And she said, we can share it. What do you mean we can share the denim jacket? What kind of nonsense is this? What do you mean we're
sharing clothes now?
I don't want to share a jacket. That's why, and I said that. I was like, I don't want to share a jacket with you. What do you mean? Like, in your head, what do you think is going to happen? She said, oh, well, it's oversized for me. And she said, I like how it looks.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
she said, it's the right size for you. So she said, if you want to wear it, you can wear it. If I want to wear it, I'll wear it.
Well, you know what? I know sharing sucks, but sharing is better than what's happened to me because I've got 2 denim jackets and now they're in her wardrobe. Whenever I look for my denim jacket, I'm like, where's my? And she's like, oh yeah, I've been wearing it.
It genuinely took me by surprise because she's not like a massive sharer. I think what actually happened was, reading from the lines, I reckon she bought it for herself.
Yeah.
And I think she's been buying a fair bit of clothes lately, and then she didn't want me to be like, you bought more clothes. So then she was like, it's for us.
Yeah. It's like you coming home going, hey, look what I got us. It's a new driver.
Literally.
It's a new driver. I'll mainly use it.
But you can use it whenever you want.
But if you want to come and play some golf with me on the weekend every now and then, it's our driver.
I don't think I'm a big sharer. I'm not like against sharing, but I'm not a massive sharer. A lot of people are though. I'd like to know 13 24 10. What do you share?
Yeah, right.
Are you a big sharer?
Are you a 1 toothbrush household?
Yeah.
That would be gross.
People do that.
You know when people say that and they're like, oh, well, we share other things. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's gross. It's different.
What do you share, Rebecca?
My husband and I have the same size foot, so I wear his shoes all the time, so we share shoes. And he reluctantly shares his boots with me.
That's got to be pretty rare, though, Beck, where your feet and your husband's feet are the same size.
Especially if you've got the sand shoes that day and he's like, damn, it's the stilettos for me then, I suppose. God, she's already gone to work. Michelle joins us now. What are you sharing?
I quite frequently borrow my husband's undies.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, they are just so much more comfortable. They are built better for your bottom. They do not ride up. They are just far more comfy to wear.
I feel like there'd be too much room in the front area.
Does it not feel like it's
well,
yeah.
That is the only thing, but, you know, other than that, they are far more comfortable.
When he's comfortable on a Friday night, does he wear yours?
No.
You don't do
Not that I know of, no.
Yeah, fair enough.
Michael, what do you share?
Tongue scraper. Yeah, we're filthy animals.
That is crook. You're sharing this. I mean, are you at least giving it a rinse in between?
Oh, absolutely, mate. To be honest, the home missus isn't listening. I'm not sure if she knows about it.
So it's hers, and then you use it.
Michael.
Absolutely.
How dare you?
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.